Hello there guys, it's Stephen here, and we've made our second signing of the transfer window already. As you noticed, I'm not actually at home, I'm out and about, but I had to find a quiet spot and record this. Ederson is a Manchester City player. I've already made a video, as you know, on Ederson in terms of an in-depth profile, and I put a link to that here, so go and check that out for more details. But I want to talk about the importance of this transfer in general. I think it shows a few things. I think it shows the humility that maybe we realised that Bravo didn't quite work out. It's one of those things, I guess. There's always going to be a transfer that flops somewhere, and it looks like Bravo's that man. Maybe Bravo will excel a little bit next season when the pressure isn't on him and he can compete with Ederson for the #1 spot. But Ederson is a big statement. I know for a fact that United, he was their main target if De Gea left the club. It looks like De Gea may stay, he may not. But either way, Ederson was high up their list in terms of potential replacement. And now we've got him. And what do we get for that? We get a 23-year-old goalkeeper with all the potential in the world. He may be a tiny bit raw still. He's only been playing football professionally in terms of the first choice at a high level for, well, only over a year and a half now, so not very long indeed. But what we get is a raw diamond, a man with incredibly aggressive instincts. He's fast, he's very aggressive towards the forwards when they're coming through and goal. He's got a hell of a kick. We've all seen the footage now on Twitter where he's booting the ball almost the length of the pitch, which I'm sure will be an asset, will make teams sit deep out of fear of the ball over the top, which will inadvertently create space for us to pass it around. So it works in that way because we've got either press up and we'll put it long, or sit deep and we'll keep the ball. So it gives them more things to worry about. And as a keeper, he seems to be a very instinctive shot stopper. And don't hate me for saying this, but he reminds me a little of David De Gea. And I mean that's a compliment. David De Gea is a very instinctive keeper and saved United God knows how many times. And he seems to have that very same kind of tendency to randomly throw a hand out and save a shot and save United 3 points. And if he has that impact for City, I think we'll all be pretty happy. He had his big breakthrough moment earlier this season against Dortmund when he saved anything that was coming his way. He was absolutely invincible that day. And ever since then, his profile has risen and risen and risen, and all the big top clubs have been allegedly looking at him. And it's us that have got him. We've got someone that could, in theory, be our #1 for a very, very, very long time. I'm hoping that he'll adapt. There's obviously going to be big expectations on his shoulders, given the Bravo fiasco, and given the fact that Joe Hart still lingers in the hearts of many people, understandably. But I think it'll help him being the one that came after the one of Joe Hart. So I think maybe people will be willing to give him a go. I think maybe people will be buying into, hopefully by this point, what we're trying to achieve. And hopefully he does have the skill set. Now, the City do believe that he has the potential to become world-class. Of course we do. The fee itself, it's a lot of money, but given the current market, and I keep saying that, it doesn't really seem that expensive. It's crazy when you don't really bulk at transfers between 30 and 40 million anymore. But that's right, you've got Real Madrid paying 40 million for a 16-year-old who's played one game of senior football. Money has gone mad in football, so this to me doesn't really seem a big deal. The big thing for me is that he is only very young, he's mouldable. I'm sure Pep wants to get his hands on him, make him this perfect Guardiola-style keeper, make him his new Manuel Neuer. I think he gets anywhere near that, we'll all be very happy. There's going to be loads of expectation on his shoulders, and I'm sure it'll be a struggle for him to prove most people wrong, because most people still have a doubt about this style of football, and I understand those concerns, but I think all we can do is probably just applaud the fact that we have solved this situation potentially so quickly. As Bernardo Silva now and Ederson already, with the likes of Mendy aligned to come up apparently, and we're still after Sanchez as well. There'll be another transfer target. We'll discuss all that tomorrow, but for now, revel in our new #1, Ederson Moraes, if that's pronounced correctly. Someone will tell me in the comments that I'm wrong. He's a fantastic young goalkeeper. Raw, yes, but brimming with potential, maybe potential one of the best in the world one day, definitely. So I'm looking forward to seeing him next season in a City shirt, because he's going to be a lot of fun. He's very eccentric, that's what I like about him, but I think in a good way. I think he seems to be ferocious in guarding his goal, and I think that's something that after a relatively meek season for Bravo, we're probably looking forward to see. Anyway guys, I'm sorry this is my usual studio with no graphics and so on, but I had to jump on and give a very quick update because Ederson has signed. So yeah, all the fancy graphics, all the studio stuff will be returning tomorrow. For now, go and watch that video I did on Ederson, where I did 10 minutes discussing his strengths, his styles, including highlights of the player as well. Go and watch that and enjoy it. And enjoy Ederson, and go check out the other videos as well. Subscribe if you haven't. See you later, guys.